Kendrick Lamar is set to pop out on the NFL's biggest stage in February in New Orleans. The Not Like Us rapper took to social media, making the announcement alongside the NFL, Rock Nation, and Apple Music. Lamar is now the only rap artist to ever solo headline the Super Bowl, but not everyone is excited about the news.
Jay-Z picking Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne was done on purpose. They asked Lil Wayne on YG's podcast would he do the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and Lil Wayne looked at them like they had 5 heads. Because you know why? Of course he would do it. It's Lil Wayne. It's New Orleans. It's the only thing. It's right. Now after that, Lil Wayne's manager, when he got the news that Kendrick Lamar was headlining, he said confused, disappointed, angry, but most of all, inspired. We'll never again be in a position or have the GOAT in a position where we are at the mercy of someone else's decision. We will make the decision. I don't know what that means, but Now, a while back, DJ Academics reported that Drake was no longer cool with a huge rapper that he had collabs with, and he was confused about it. He didn't name who, but a lot of people expected Travis Scott, and after a while, it didn't seem to be him. And bro said in a quote tweet, it was Jay-Z this whole time.
Ever since the NFL announced who's performing at this year's Super Bowl, the internet hasn't stopped buzzing. It's been trending everywhere since they revealed that Kendrick Lamar will take the stage at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. But what's really got people talking is the fact that Lil Wayne wasn't chosen to perform, even though the game is in his hometown. Celebrities and rappers have been all over social media, sharing their thoughts, and one person who's standing out is Drake. He's been speaking up in defense of Lil Wayne and had some things to say about Kendrick Lamar, even after their past diss tracks. So stick around, because we're diving into all the details.
What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so. Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th, 2025.
So, let's dive into what Drake had to say. After the announcement that Kendrick Lamar will be headlining the Super Bowl 59 halftime show in 2025, Drake, who's had a long-running rivalry with Kendrick, appeared to weigh in a subtle but deliberate way. On Wednesday, September 11th, the 37-year-old Canadian rapper took to Instagram and posted 5 photos of Lil Wayne. This move instantly sparked speculation among fans about what Drake was really trying to say. Though Drake didn't directly comment on Lamar being chosen for the halftime show, the timing of his posts had many believing it was his way of hinting that Lil Wayne should have been the one headlining. Lil Wayne, a rap legend and New Orleans native, has long been seen by fans and fellow artists as the perfect choice to represent his hometown on such a massive stage. With the Super Bowl taking place in New Orleans, it's no surprise that discussions have been growing about whether Wayne deserved the spot. Drake and Lil Wayne's close bond is no secret. Wayne was pivotal in launching Drake's career, and sharing these photos right after the Super Bowl announcement seems to be Drake's way of backing his mentor. Without directly saying it, Drake seems to be throwing his support behind Lil Wayne, adding to the debate about who truly deserves the spotlight at Super Bowl 59.
Let me tell you something. If you think that the NFL and Rock Nation and a bunch of other people didn't get a whole bunch of legal letters yesterday from people with owls as their stamp on,
yeah,
I promise
you're not gonna call me a pedophile.
You're not calling me a pedophile at the Super Bowl.
No,
I guarantee you,
Nope.
the OVO people sent so many legal letters yesterday.
And as for Lil Wayne, he clearly thought it would have made perfect sense for him to be the one performing at the Super Bowl. After all, it's happening in his hometown, and with everything he's accomplished in his career, there's no doubt he deserves to perform in front of such a massive audience in the city where it all began for him. In fact, he's been asked in multiple interviews what it would mean for him to play at the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and let's just say, his response was filled with passion. We'll let you see it for yourself, but it's clear this is something Wayne feels strongly about.
I was like, damn, Wayne, they gave Wayne a seat? Amazing.
That's all Skip though, man.
That's all Skip, and I'm looking at it like, when I first seen you on that Wayne, first thing I thought was like, ooh, Wayne finna be in the Super Bowl, y'all. We finna get a Wayne halftime show. Like, Wayne, what you do the Super Bowl?
Duh.
I gotta ask. I'm just asking a question, Wayne. I know the answer, but I gotta ask you.
Of course, the Super Bowl is in New Orleans. I think it's in 2025 or something like that.
He doing it?
I'm not sure. I'm not
Wayne,
sure.
come on, man. Say
I'm
it,
not
Wayne.
sure what
Gotta
shit.
say it,
No, I
Wayne.
don't. They know. I will not lie to you. I have not got a call.
Hey, Jay,
like
but I'm camera folk, Jay.
But we all praying. You know, we praying. We keeping our fingers crossed. I'm working hard. I'm gonna make sure this next album and everything I do is killer. So I'm gonna make it very hard for them to. I want to just make it hard for them not to
pick
holler
you
at
to
the
do
boy.
it.
And I thank God for the fact that how we started this interview off with 30 years of work. So therefore, when they look at stuff, they be looking at that. They be looking like, well, what can they come out and do it? A little hot single or something? Like, nah, man, dude, come out here and just, he come. You know how we did, how the last one, they did the you got 50, you had then you know what I mean?
You had the old lineage.
Yeah, I could do it. I was like, nah, I could be like Riri.
Lil Wayne, headline Super Bowl in New Orleans. How badly do you want to hear those words?
Just as
bad as I would want to see my name at the top of that list when I was that whatever age it was, and I would bust into the office and get that Billboard magazine. Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
What does it signify to you? What does it mean to do that?
I think that, just as an artist, because this has nothing to do with, and that's so crazy that it has nothing to do with the sport as an artist.
Yeah.
As an artist, this is an achievement. That has nothing to do with the sport. That's so crazy. It has nothing to do with teams are playing, with cities in, that you perform for the what?
Yeah, right. Excuse me.
You know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, so that right there is it's an achievement. It's and thank God I've been on the Grammy stage, and my name has been called and I've won. And nah.
What does, without, giving anything too crazy away, when this happens, because we manifest here, what does it look like to you? Like, is it bringing people out? What makes your halftime show so special?
Please do not, where the camera at? Please do not feel disrespected if you are an artist from New Orleans, an artist tied to me in any kind of way in the music. But no, that's my moment. And I earned that moment, so no, I am not bringing you one. I'm singing.
And you shouldn't.
I'm singing all the hooks that you made, you wrote. I'm singing them. Bobby Valentino, all y'all, I'm singing them. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Oh no. What?
So, after watching both of those interviews, it's clear that Lil Wayne really wanted the opportunity. It meant a lot to him. However, despite his passion, he wasn't the one chosen. And, like we mentioned earlier, that's exactly what's stirring up all this controversy. The list of celebrities speaking out doesn't stop with Drake. Nicki Minaj, another close friend of Lil Wayne, also shared her thoughts on social media. She had a lot to say about the situation, but instead of going through all of it here, we'll let DJ Academics break it all down for you.
Let people know she ain't beefing with Kendrick. She said, you can love and respect Kendrick and still love and respect Wayne. Even Kendrick loves and respect Wayne. Every real rapper loves and respect Wayne. Okay? Then, somebody says, Republic must have called you, huh? And she says, LOL, they did? She being sarcastic here. She says, they did? She said, if they did call me, I definitely didn't get the call, child. Maybe they left a voicemail. You must not really know Anika Hungry Pie. This really just shows that you're caged and have never been able to simply do and say as you please without any fear other than the fear of God stopping you. Okay? Then she basically, what else did she say? Commented on her using that Igbo language, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Now, again, she's right. Obviously, she's been telling us about Roc Nation for the longest. This is what she's been saying. Meg Thee Stallion that signed to Roc Nation. She believes that Roc Nation is the reason Meg Thee Stallion's even being compared to her. A lot of people believe that Roc Nation is the reason that Meg Thee Stallion was able to successfully, well, first of all, there's a lot of people who believe that Roc Nation was the people who told Meg, why you holding it down for Tory, go to the cops. You're going to be a victim. You're the next Rihanna. We're going to run a campaign. You're going to be a victim. That's what's supposedly believed by a lot of people. Then also, Desiree Perez, the Roc Nation CEO. When does a CEO of a label go to a criminal hearing for a nigga that they don't manage and have nothing to do with, when the artist who is the victim that you do manage, the artist ain't there for every hearing? Desiree Perez was at almost damn near every hearing, making sure that nigga Tory was underneath the jail cell. So, a lot of people believe Roc Nation was really instrumental in sending Tory to jail. Now, Meg, apparently they ran a whole thing trying to make Meg a victim or seen as a victim. Now, here's the thing with that. A lot of people saw through it. That didn't work too well. Now, when it came to Meg and Nicki, it was supposedly said that they were trying to have Meg compete with Nicki, inflating sales, pushing narratives, and other things that Nicki basically was saying that Roc Nation and Jay-Z was behind. Okay? So, she's been saying that for a while. Then now when we see Roc Nation again, but it's at the Wayne situation, we're like, what the fuck? So she's saying, I've been telling y'all, But y'all just wanted that goddamn brunch.
So, as you can see, the situation has really taken off. With celebrities weighing in left and right, it seems Jay-Z is at the center of it all, playing a major role in Kendrick Lamar being chosen to perform at the Super Bowl. As co-producer of the Super Bowl halftime show, Jay-Z has significant influence over who takes the stage for one of the world's biggest events. Given the tension between Jay-Z and Drake, some are speculating that picking Kendrick might have been about more than just music, hinting at personal dynamics within the hip-hop world.
Jay-Z picking Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne was done on purpose. They asked Lil Wayne on YG's podcast would he do the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and Lil Wayne looked at them like they had 5 heads. Because you know why? Of course he would do it. It's Lil Wayne. It's New Orleans. It's the only thing. It's right. Now after that, Lil Wayne's manager, when he got the news that Kendrick Lamar was headlining, he said confused, disappointed, angry, but most of all, inspired. We'll never again be in a position or have the GOAT in a position where we are at the mercy of someone else's decision. We will make the decision. I don't know what that means, but Now, a while back, DJ Academics reported that Drake was no longer cool with a huge rapper that he had collabs with, and he was confused about it. He didn't name who, but a lot of people expected Travis Scott, and after a while, it didn't seem to be him. And bro said in a quote tweet, it was Jay-Z this whole time. Then shout out Ice, and then Ice quoted the lyric, the higher up sent a message to get me out of the paint, blah, 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 that song. Even back then, people speculated that was about Jay-Z and Roc Nation, but, you know, people like, nah. Then Cartoon Network says, don't try to drop a house album right before the Beyonce one you worked on, and you won't have to deal with these slashing. Hilarious. In case you need a reminder, honestly, Nevermind was a dance album, and it came out right before the Beyonce one. So maybe the Jay-Z and Drake relationship was already tense, but this could have pushed it over the hump. A lot of people were like, well, Usher is not from Vegas and Beyonce didn't perform in Houston. Yeah, true, but if Jay-Z was in charge of that time, Beyonce would have performed in Houston. Let me just provide you more context. When the Super Bowl was in LA at SoFi, guess who performed? Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and they were the headliners. So do what you want with the information as you will.
Jay-Z has openly praised Kendrick Lamar in the past, and when Lamar was announced as the headliner for Super Bowl 59, Jay-Z didn't hold back in expressing his admiration. He called Lamar a once-in-a-generation artist and performer and highlighted his deep love for hip-hop and culture as key factors in his success. Jay-Z also spoke about Lamar's ability to shape and influence global culture, stating that Kendrick's work goes beyond music and will have a lasting impact. Clearly, Jay-Z sees Kendrick as the perfect choice for such a massive stage, praising him not just for his artistry, but for how he represents hip-hop on a global level. But despite the glowing endorsement, the decision has stirred up controversy, with fans and artists alike feeling that Lil Wayne, or even other icons like Nicki Minaj, were more deserving, especially given Wayne's deep connection to New Orleans. What's interesting is that even though Nicki Minaj and other big names have spoken out, Jay-Z has stayed silent on the criticism. While he has made his stance on Kendrick clear, his silence in the face of dissent has only fueled the conversation. For now, it seems Jay-Z is standing by his choice, leaving fans to wonder whether he'll eventually respond to the backlash or let his decision speak for itself. But that's all we've got for you today, everyone. The announcement of Kendrick Lamar headlining Super Bowl 59 has definitely sparked a lot of conversation, especially with fans and artists wondering why Lil Wayne, a true New Orleans legend, wasn't chosen to perform in his hometown. Drake's subtle show of support for Lil Wayne through his Instagram posts has only added to the debate, suggesting that personal dynamics between Jay-Z and Drake might have played a part in the decision. Lil Wayne's deep passion for representing New Orleans on such a massive stage is undeniable. Fans and artists, including Nicki Minaj, have expressed their disappointment on social media. Yet, despite all the backlash, Jay-Z, who co-produces the Super Bowl halftime show, has stayed firm in his decision. He's praised Kendrick Lamar as a once-in-a-generation artist who goes beyond music, with a global influence. However, his silence on the criticism from Wayne supporters has left room for more speculation about the tension behind the scenes. In the end, Jay-Z seems committed to his choice, seeing Kendrick as the perfect fit for the event. Whether he'll ever address the controversy is unclear, but for now, all eyes are on Kendrick Lamar to deliver an unforgettable performance at the Super Bowl in 2025. As for the ongoing debate over who truly deserved the spotlight, it looks like that conversation is far from over. So, what do you think of everything? Do you think Jay-Z did this on purpose, or is it all just rumors? Do you think Lil Wayne should be performing, or is Kendrick Lamar the better option? Let us know what you think down below.